Welcome back to Fourth and Troll Fantasy. Over halfway done with the fantasy football season. On to week 10, but we got to talk about week 9 here on Fourth and Troll Fantasy, most entertaining fantasy show on the planet. I'm Noah Selby.
I'm Selby.
We got like over 15 performances from week 9 to talk about. Let you know some winners, some losers, some flukes, some for reals. It's going to be a good one. Let's jump straight into it. Before we do, like, subscribe, ring the bell, join the Discord. And we're recording this a little early on Monday evening. So if there's any news that breaks or anything that's worth talking about, we got to break that down.
Josh
Join
Allen
the Discord. That's how that
traded
happens.
to the Ravens.
Traded to the
My
Saints.
guess.
Yeah,
Saints. They don't need.
Let's jump into quarterbacks here, Wes. Starting out, Caleb Williams, a jack of all trades, 44.7 fantasy points.
What did he
20
do
for
Sunday,
34.
Noah?
He had 280 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns on 20 completions. He had 5 rushes for 53 yards on the ground. And then he had 2 receptions for 22 receiving yards and a touchdown. Ben Johnson's out of his fucking mind, dude. This guy's a maniac. This is so stupid. Listen, this is a ceiling everyone hoped for Caleb Williams for fantasy football, for sure. Like, this is the performance we wanted, the performance we dreamed of. It was against the Bengals. Yeah. I don't want to discredit Caleb Williams because he actually has been really good for fantasy football this season. Ben Johnson has helped him elevate and helped him ascend. But, I mean, listen, this could be the ceiling, the tippy top of the ceiling, maybe. But, I mean, I think Caleb's been fine. There have been a couple occasions where I have streamed Caleb because I felt good about it. And I think he's been fine. He's had some down games here and there, but he's been mostly fine, mostly solid. But this is the ceiling, you know?
I think that Caleb Williams, I think, is a top 12 quarterback weekly. Like this is a good option. I like this. I also don't know if I've ever seen in my life a quarterback have 2 receptions, have multiple receptions in the same game. That's amazing to me. That one is just like for a first down. Like they just like, go on.
One was Philly special. The other one was like, ooh, let's do pass back to quarterback screen pass.
Yeah, when I saw him throw it, it was a 4 pass. I was like, that's not a double flea flicker. So it's exciting what's going on, and we're going to talk about another player on that same team. I could have a couple players in the Bears game because
there's a lot of Bears players on this game because there was a 50 burger, you know, it's that kind of thing. So there's lots of Bears players to talk about here. Probably similar feelings for a lot of them. So we'll see. All right, let's talk about Jordan Love. Rough game. He was my dud quarterback for week 9. Hope you listened. My process wasn't there, but the outcome, the result was I thought, you know, they're going to be waxing the Panthers so much that it's just he's not going to have to throw the football. No, he threw it about 40 times. It was just for 273 yards and a pick. It was just not good gaming from Jordan Love. It's been a roller coaster. You can play him in matchups. You can kind of read when it's going to be. I gave you that kind of like that formula there. If it feels like he's going to throw for 31 or more pass attempts in a game, if the game script's going to go that way, he's probably going to be a solid play. However, he did just lose Tucker Kraft, so I don't know how that affects the pass game for the rest of the year. We'll see. Jordan Love is a fine streamer, fine circumstantial streamer, but I mean,
he becomes a bottom half play for me for like quarterbacks the rest of the year. Like he becomes a very unattractive start. It has to be like, are you playing the Bengals? No thanks if you're not. So it's kind of it without Kraft and still without Reed, and Christian Watson will get hurt again.
Somehow,
things just keep happening. So it's tough. I think this is for real.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, Rico Dowdle. It's for real. This is incredible. His 17 game pace for his 3 games that he has been the starting running back. What is it? Hang on. 493 touches, almost 3,500 all-purpose yards, and 23 touchdowns.
It's insane.
It's so
He's
stupid.
So for real.
There's no way for anyone to avoid it anymore. You look at the games he started, they're 3-0. You look at the games that he's been heavily involved, they're 3-0. The team's great. The team has a winning record. The team is 5-4. The team walked into Lambeau and beat the Green Bay Packers.
That's
Holy
serious.
shit. Like that's like Rico is a league winner. This is absolute workhorse.
Yeah.
Chuba, sorry, dude. This is Rico's
and Chuba just got a contract just like last offseason.
Right.
Here's another.
We're recording this before the end of trade deadline, so who knows if Chuba gets traded or anything like that. But let's talk about another Bear here, Wes. Kyle Monangai. 22.8 fantasy points without a touchdown scored, man. This was
good.
Awesome. This was awesome. This is his skill set. This is for real. This was also the Bengals. So also I will say that his first solo career start came at a great time for a runner to have. However, this guy should be rostered. He is heavily rostered, and he's in flex consideration every week going forward. This is
I agree.
Him and Swift were playing really well together at the same time. This is a David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs kind of situation. Obviously not to that level, but this is real. This is for real.
Yeah, and I also think that there's a chance. I say this is for real. Like getting 20 points in a game from Kyle Monangai, that's for real. I see this happening again. If you have less carries but you get a score, this can happen. It's going to be a bit boom or bust, I think, when Swift. I don't know. I actually don't think it's going to be boom or bust when Swift is back. I think it's very clear. I just saw a video of Ben Johnson.
Either. I think it'll be like a 10-point floor, and he'll have like some really solid 15 to 20 point games in there too when he finds the end zone. Like I think this
100%.
This is real. Like he's arrived. Like this isn't $100 at almost 200 all-purpose yards. That's the fluke part, I think. But this production in fantasy is for real.
Yeah, Ben Johnson gave him one of the game balls after that victory, and he's been talking about him in the offseason, and he was someone I thought was a top 10 running back of this draft class, which is really heavily exciting. It was an exciting draft class for running backs. So there's no joke that he's the real deal, and you got some league winners that no one even thought would be part of the conversation. They weren't even starters going into the year, and now Rico Dowdle is on the same caliber as like Jahmyr Gibbs, and you have Kyle Monangai, who is going to finish up as like a top 20 running back. It's insane.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, I love
you heard it here first. Rico Dowdle is Jahmyr Gibbs. All right. Kimani Vidal. Oof. That was rough. Especially against the Titans, man. That stunk.
Yeah.
I have worries of just like we're hearing Omarion Hampton isn't going to be ready until at least week 12 at the best, like after their bye week at best,
which is definitely not
so
after 12
right
week 12. It's way later.
So
look,
it's Herbo and the receivers to me. At least those are the guys that I feel good about.
He's been up and down, and this is another down. And with Joe Alt being out for the season, they already lost Rashawn Slater. It kind of, in hindsight, it's like, yeah, maybe it was a little presumptuous to think Omarion Hampton, on my part, Omarion Hampton would be a top 10 running back with the initial responses of the lineman getting hurt, and then Alt got hurt already, and then it's just not going to work out. But I would not trade away Vidal because I want a starting running back going into week 10 on my team. So it's just really scary to start him, and I guess it's matchup circumstantial as well.
Yeah. Okay, J.K. Dobbins, rough one, 6.9 fantasy points, 15 carries, so still like that, but only 61 yards, and then he had a catch for like -2 yards. This is kind of like who we signed up for. Like, we kind of knew it was just kind of just like, you're gonna feel good when he scores, but this was I will say, like, this was a matchup that I wasn't excited about and that I pivoted away from. He's usually been a guy that it's like, yeah, we'll keep him in there. He's a solid flex. This was a matchup I did look at and go, I don't want to play him against this Texans defensive front. Like, this isn't a matchup I like. He'll still get, 15 to 18 opportunities a game. He's still a good runner, but disappointing game for Dobbins for sure.
And I think RJ Harvey is starting to become more involved on offense, and with PPR.
I mean, I
think that you might have a more safe floor starting RJ Harvey than J.K. Dobbins with the way the last few games have gone. But I don't want to
overreact to 2 weeks, but he scored 4 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
RJ Harvey did.
I think,
but he had 2 carries. Like, he ran the ball twice. If he doesn't, again, big play. Would love to see it from Harvey that he can have that 30-yard receiving touchdown. But he's got like 6.5 points if that play doesn't happen. And granted, it did, so that's great, and he's a threat for that. But he's clearly still the backup to Dobbins, I think.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the kind of the power back that Dobbins is that if he doesn't find the end zone, then you're left with less than 7 points, and that's kind of the fantasy football scoring difference. Whereas, like, well, if you get enough catches, you're gonna get close to 10 points or more if you end up finding the end zone. So it's not quite for real for me with Dobbins, but it's not a great option most weeks, I think.
I disagree. J.K. Dobbins has been like a top 24 running back this season. So, I mean, I think he's, again, like, if he scores a touchdown in this game, it's 13 points, and we're like, okay, like, that's the guy we knew. Yeah, I just think it was a tough matchup, and he didn't get that touchdown.
Harvey. That's why. I just want to see more Harvey. That's why.
I think it is too. You got a crush on Harvey. I really like Harvey too, and I love to see the plays. I just he's still like 30% snaps. So it's just like,
yeah.
I need you to keep scoring. I love that you do keep scoring, but I need you to keep doing that because you're not getting the work elsewhere. So, okay, Tyrone Tracy. We talked about Singletary on the waiver wire video. This is. I miss Cam Scatterbo. I miss Cam Scatterbo. I think that's where we're at. I mean, I think like 5 carries. That sucks.
Yep.
This is like
Dart is a great.
This is like Seattle. Man. This is like Seattle backfield, but make it shittier somehow. Like, it's like, who's gonna get the rushing? Who's gonna get, like, you're splitting an inefficient backfield between 2 inefficient running backs, and it's just kind of like, okay. And you're splitting the PPR work, so it's not even like one of them has more PPR upside than the other one. So it's like, Kim Scatterbo, come back soon. I miss you. Like,
yeah, 2026.
Yeah,
I have nothing else to add
for Tracy. Yeah, Alvin Kamara. This sucks too, dude. This guy is toast.
New Orleans Saints Alvin Kamara, as of when we're recording,
right? And if not New Orleans Saints Alvin Kamara, it's on a beach somewhere. Alvin Kamara, 0.7 fantasy points for this guy. I'm worried about all my Saints players for the rest of the year. Really tough matchup. Shucks first start, but this sucks. And I mean, you shouldn't. He was my dud running back 2 weeks ago. So this is like, it's not a surprise. This just sucks.
Yeah. If he's still a New Orleans Saints by the time this video comes out, by the time you're walking shoulders, if he's still on the Saints, he is such a good schedule to get good fantasy points. And if he's not, then we join our Discord and we'll answer that question there. But if he's on the Saints, if he's still on the Saints, Panthers bye week, Falcons, Dolphins, Bucks, Panthers, Jets, Titans, Falcons. Those are like the bottom of the barrel for rush defenses. And there's a chance that he can just get something right for fantasy. But again, we don't know where he is. We don't know which team he's on as we're recording. So if he's a Saint, I would make a move. If he's not, have fun. Have fun with
I wouldn't. The Saints suck. They make me mad.
They do suck. Team.
Anyway, DJ Moore, 24.98 fantasy points for DJ Moore. 4 catches for 72 receiving yards, a sweep 17-yard rushing touchdown, and then he threw a touchdown to Caleb Williams on a Philly special. Cool.
Good Lord.
Love to see it. Good week for maybe the 2 people that were starting him in fantasy. Move on. This
is a fluke. This is not his year. He's done.
It's rough.
Sorry.
Maybe he gets traded. I doubt it. His contract is hefty, but we'll see. Demario Douglas, 20 fantasy points. Booty goes out. Douglas's booty goes in. Dude, this guy.
Bars.
4 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown on 6 targets. I still feel pretty similarly to how I did a few weeks ago, saying it feels like this is just going to be kind of like how the Bills offense is. It's like, all right, somebody's going to have a good week. Good luck figuring it out. And that's what I say. But Douglas should be rostered. Douglas is rostered in 1% of leagues.
It's amazing.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. But
I like Douglas, but I'm with you on this. I think this is a fluke. I think this is just you get average 25 yards a catch every game. That's a lot to expect.
Right.
And I'm not ready to say that he is for sure the next best option after Booty misses. If Booty misses extended time, Diggs is still pretty good, and Hunter Henry's had some really great weeks as well. So I got to call fluke for now.
No. Olamide Zaccheaus, 17.8 fantasy points, 6 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown on 8 targets. I don't know how to predict the Bears receiving game, but start him and close your eyes, I guess. I don't know.
He's getting targets, man. He's being targeted, not just
that's
in
fine.
a game where
I don't know what he's turning him into, but
he's okay. So week 1, 8 points, 4 points, 6.5 points, 9 points, 4 points, 2 points, 10 points, 17.8 points. So there's something
back-to-back double-digit weeks. So maybe if you want to go off that, we can.
I like it.
I mean, he's the wide receiver 51. I mean, if you want to go with the 2 weeks, you can. I mean, I'm not
going to start him.
He's only out there. He's been above 64% snaps once. So it's just kind of take your shot, and one of them could, but I feel similar kind of with DJ Moore than I do with Zaccheaus. The only one I really have confidence in is surprisingly the one who had a goose egg, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But that was disappointing. Yeah, it's fine. If you want to try and call, if we can call a shot, you can call a shot if you want. You should roster him if you have a spot. If you got a spot, you should roster him. So
yeah.
Parker Washington, you should definitely roster. 17 fantasy points for this guy. Man, the wide receiver 2 and 3 on the team have now been injured. So Parker Washington holds out as number 1 still, holding the title there as wide receiver 1 for this Jaguars team.
He never let it go.
No, this is for real. This is another year in a row that we're looking at Parker Washington late in the year and going, "Oh, he's going to get some targets. This is going to be interesting. This guy's going to be solid." Okay, this guy's a flex play at worst in your lineup for the next at least 4 weeks. I mean, as long until you'd think that the opportunity wouldn't be as high whenever Hunter and BTJ return, but he's had solid weeks with them. So
yeah, I don't think I don't see a scenario where the wide receiver room would make me not want to start him if I'm in that situation where I got to fill a flex spot. He's been consistent. He has seen targets. He has been a good option for red zone and middle of the field and sidelines. He is a reliable it's Trevor Lawrence's favorite target. That's just the way it is. So I'm in. I call this for real.
I don't know what the timetable on Brenton Strange is. I know we got at least 4 weeks for Hunter. I know we've got BTJ just went out. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't think it really matters for me in the immediate. I think right now I'm like, if I need to flex a player for 3 weeks, I'm going to go with Parker Washington. So Tory Horton. Hey now. Okay.
Hey.
20.8 fantasy points, 4 for 48 and 2 touchdowns. Just belt to ass on the Commanders last night, dude. Like the Seahawks came out. Darnold was like 18 for 18 for 230 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half. And it was like, well, thanks for showing up, I guess. Like, that was good. I mean, I don't know how injured Cooper Kupp is. So Horton's had flashes when he's been on the field this year. He just hasn't been on the field a ton. They're not running a ton of 3 wide receiver. If Horton steps in, I love Cooper Kupp. Maybe, I don't know. Cooper Kupp's kind of old and is more hurt. Maybe Horton feels out that number 2 wide receiver spot. But when your wide receiver 1's getting like 45% target share, roster him. Roster Horton if you have the spot. But it's not like I'm not saying this is for real. You know,
it's a speculative ad, and it's someone that we've talked about as kind of like the bottom of our waiver wire priorities for wide receivers. But if you do happen to already have him, or you do pick him up, there could be some really interesting games late in the season as more and more defenses realize they are supposed to cover Jackson Smith and Jigba. I hear that's probably a good strategy. No one's tried it so far, and no one has tried it. God, I didn't put him in my top 10. I was like, dude, I don't know if Darnold can really sling it. And JSN is like 12. Fucking destroying.
Dude, he has like a 50% target share on the season. It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Eventually, the ball will get spread around. I think Horton has the ability to make this for real, but it's later on. So I wouldn't start him next week.
Yeah. All right. I kind of already mentioned Rome Odunze. He's the only Bears pass catcher I do have confidence in, despite a goose egg. I am baffled that this was the outcome of a 47-point outing for that offense. 3 targets for Rome. I will say, later on in last week, I saw, I believe, Mike Clay from ESPN tweeting out about the shadow coverage of, I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's DJ Turner. I don't know 100% of that. There's a specific Bengals corner that when he has played shadow on the opposing wide receiver 1, that wide receiver 1 has been shut down, has had their worst performances of the season. So this sucked, and I'm really sorry if you played Rome. I thought thought the offense would go crazy, and they did, and somehow he just was neutralized completely. But I'm still going to play Rome. I still am.
I think it's a great buy low opportunity.
Yeah,
right before
go for it.
You get to your fantasy trade deadlines, you got to go for it. Maybe the Rome Odunze managers can look at them like, he had another couple bad weeks too. Maybe I should get out while I can and see if I can get another piece. If you need wide receiver help and you want to make sure you get a really good wide receiver 2 for your team, go for Odunze after a goose egg. Yeah, now's your chance.
Buy low opportunity for sure. All right.
Okay.
Dude,
fuck this.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. What the fuck, dude?
DK Metcalf, 2.6 fantasy points. Dude, they traded a second round pick for this guy. They paid him $1 billion. They brought Aaron Rodgers off of the cliff of retirement to give this motherfucker 4 targets a game. This shit sucks. I'm so mad that I thought Aaron Rodgers would do something for me. I am so angry at this man. I'm so like, it's Arthur Smith. It's Aaron Rodgers. I still believe DK is phenomenal. You know why? Because I've seen him be phenomenal when you're giving him 8-9 targets a game. Remember the overseas game when you hit him on a slant and he took it 80 yards for a touchdown? That's still this guy. But no, throw another out route to Darnell Washington. Go for it. What the fuck are we doing? All right. So
what
anyway,
the fuck are we doing, dude?
This is, I mean, unfortunately, like this is very much in the wheelhouse because of how poor this offense is managed by the OC, by Aaron Rodgers. However, I don't know, dude. I'm
pissing me off, dude.
I'm gonna keep playing him because I've seen what the highs can be, but like, is this dude any better than like Jameson Williams this year? Like maybe barely. Like those are both guys that we were both really high on coming into the season, and it's like, cool, just all the things that should have happened based on your offseason moves. It's like they forgot that they did these things.
It's very frustrating. It's not just coach speak. It's like the actual training camp reports are like, Metcalf is destroyed.
Dude, they were piss pals. They were sharing a hotel room at camp. They were piss pals.
Yeah, they were there kissing each other, and they're not even throwing the football together anymore.
Okay, let me ask you, Aaron Rodgers. What does piss pals mean to you? Okay.
Yeah, nothing. Apparently
nothing.
Piss off, piss pal.
Go crisscross with somebody else, okay? God, you and Arthur Smith in the locker room. God. All right.
God.
Damn. I'm going to play DK Metcalf next week.
Yeah, of course I will. Of course I will.
Yep. I will be back
Who's
here
next?
again. All right. Last one here. Colston Loveland, 29.8 fantasy points for this guy. 6 for 118, 2 touchdowns, a sick walk-off touchdown for the Bears. For Loveland.
What a
guy. He was like my second waiver priority besides Otten. I believe that was both of us, how we saw that, Wes. But if Komet's going to be hurt and they want to remember that they paid this guy, not paid this guy, but drafted this guy 10th overall, sick. But this is probably a fluke. There's like a more. This is like a more than an 80% chance this is a fluke. So,
yeah,
but he could still be good. He could still be solid. He could still be a solid tight end. He could still get you double-digit points going forward. But 30, I'm not banking on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs next. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, I was looking forward to see how he performs next week, after a monster game like this, and really turned heads and kind of made a statement win off that. And I can't imagine Ben Johnson has been like, well, that was good for that game. Hey, let's keep having DJ Moore throw the football. I think Loveland is part of this offense, but we'll see how many times he crosses 17 points. I'll put that as the benchmark.
Dude, I just remembered I picked him up in a league randomly on Saturday night.
Oh, hell yeah. Did you start
I'm going to go try it. No, I started Kittle. I'm going to go try and trade him to the Tucker Kraft manager.
Oh, and get Bijan in return. Straight up.
Yeah.
Needs are needs, dude.
Maybe
that's our advice. Needs are needs.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Join us. I don't know. I got so distracted. Sorry, trollers. That's going to do it. Let us know anyone else that you want to know if they were fluke or for real. Join the Discord. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment. I'm going to go straight for B. John Robinson for Colston Loveland. I'm Noah Selby.
I'm Wes Selby.
And this has been 4th and Troll Fantasy.